man, happy victory. Browns Monday to everybody. We are live tonight here on the Fanatical Elves Network. I'm your host, John Suchan, and welcome aboard as we talk about that wonderful, wonderful victory that we saw the Browns take as they took down those Jacksonville Jaguars. We're not talking Bottlegate. We're talking Cleveland Browns. We're so happy that they are 8-5 now. Yes, long ago now, the 2-week losing streak out to the West Coast as they lost to Denver, they lost to the Rams, but we forget about those games now. They picked up a huge win against an AFC opponent and now sit in a very nice position as they look forward to an NFL playoff appearance. They have an 80% shot, according to ESPN and a lot of other groups out there, that they can pick up the playoff bid. So we got a lot going on tonight. We got the Monday night. We got double. I'm looking over here to my left or right or wherever you're watching me on here. The Monday night football night, 2 games. That's right. 2 for the price of 1. You get the Green Bay Packers against the New York Giants, which is kind of a lame game. You got a 5th-string quarterback for the Giants playing, Danny DeVito, or no, that's the guy that used to be in Taxi, and the short guy that does the Jersey Mike's commercials. Okay, well, not that. That's a different DeVito. Anyway, the other game, you got the Miami Dolphins versus the who's that other team? Oh yeah, the Tennessee Titans. Yeah. They 4-8 Tennessee Titans. Right now, both games are pretty close. We'll keep an eye on those 2 games. Not a lot that the Browns are really looking at too concerning as far as playoff picture with those games because Miami's 9-3, sitting atop the AFC East. Man, a lot has changed in a lot of the NFL, right? You know, the Miami Dolphins are heating up. They're 9-3 at the top of that division, whereas the old Bill Belichick team they did get a big win over the Pittsburgh Squealers. We all love that. They sit at, I think, 3-10 going into next week. So I think I think Pittsburgh's got an early game on Thursday, if I'm not right. If I think I'm correct here. So we're going to find out early in the week what the Browns need to do. The Steelers are now sitting at 7-6. Do they play the Cincinnati Bengals on Thursday? Somebody let me know on that. And then this weekend starts kind of a rash of these 2 weeks where there are games not only on Sunday, but now they're going to have some games on Saturday. There had been some talk about the Browns versus Chicago Bears game being on that Saturday, but they're sticking to Sunday at 1 o'clock. I'll be up there at Cleveland Browns Stadium. I was not able to make it this past week, but we will be up there again cheering and rooting on for those Brownies. We are so happy here in the Fanatical Elves Network. We're giving away prizes and giveaways. We just had a great giveaway the other night. Boshi Balls won the Bashi Balls. It won the hat that we gave away. So thank you again for following us, reposting that. If you follow us here on Twitter or the X, we've gained several hundred followers over the weekend, and that we really appreciate that. We need you to download our podcasts, watch us right now like you are live here on the Fanatical Elves Network, here on YouTube, on the X, but also download us on Apple, on Spotify. Spread the word, spread the love. Type in Cleveland Browns, and you will see the Fanatical Elves Network pop up because we are popular, and we love that. We love your loyalty, and we love growing this product with you as you support us through the ups and downs. But we're doing a lot of going up and away. The Browns are going up and away, right? We're 8-5, folks. This is Victory Monday. I hope you've really enjoyed spending your day, cherishing the moments. We represent. I got this cool hoodie on that I love. Not sure where. I think I got this at NFL Shop Network or the NFLshop.com. If you want to buy this one, this is really cool. It's got the Browns thing here, and it's got the Cleveland down the one side of the sleeve. Here are the Browns, and so it's pretty slick. So wherever you're working, we're representing because we love our Brownies. And hey, you're 8-5, man. You're 8-5. That there aren't too many seasons that Browns fans can be celebrating like that. The last 2 seasons have been somewhat of an up and down struggle. But early on yesterday, I didn't get to watch all of the games because we had a couple other family affairs going on. And one of the things that I noted that when I would catch the game or bits and pieces of it, it stood out to me. And I know this is something that's been an ongoing debate amongst Browns fans because that's what we like to do. We like to debate. And the truth be told, the last 4 games, the Browns and Kevin Stefanski, so good old Steady Eddie, has thrown the ball greater than 40 times. Now, if you've heard me on any of these podcasts or some of my other colleagues, we've talked about this. Like you probably have talked about it. I mean, should the Browns be jacking the ball up 40 times? Is that the way that the Browns are going to win? And, they were going into this game when they've thrown the ball for over 40 times, gone 1-3. Now, they did win it again yesterday, so now their record is 2-3 in games that they've thrown 400. And if you go back and look at Joe Flacco's numbers historically, the last full season that he was a starter, that he played like 16 games in a season, was back in 2017. And when you look at those stats, he had 5 games where he threw the ball for more than 40 times. He actually had a game where he threw the ball 55 times. Now, yesterday, he threw the ball 45 times, and the Browns ran the ball 22 times between Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford. Yeah, 22 times. They totaled 28 rushes if you included the rushes by Flacco. I think Pierre Strong got 1 rush. Wish that we would see more of Pierre Strong. Anyway, that's just not enough. And I think, some of you out there who love to chastise and put us Browns fans for having that opinion, you don't win long term if you keep jacking the ball up 45 times in a game. Yeah, you're going to win some, and you won yesterday, and that's great. I think I made a comment shortly after. It was in the 3rd quarter, and Joe Flacco went back and he got sacked while he was trying to throw the ball, and that ended up into a fumble. And I made a comment on social media about the fact that at that point, he had thrown the ball about 30 times and the Browns had run it about 10 times, and how, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. It's true, folks. You know that, right? It's a balancing act in the NFL. And obviously some of you out there, it is a passing league. I'm not going to say it's not a passing league, but to try to not be balanced in both departments, in running and passing, it's just foolish. If you're a coach, you're not going to win multitudes of games consistently if you're jacking the ball up greater than 40 times. Coming into this game, the Browns have had much more success when they had a much more balanced attack. If they're throwing the ball 36, 37 times, rushing the ball 30, 34 times, that's a balanced attack. When you start skewing that number and it starts getting to where it's getting to this point, 45 rushes, 45 passes, 20 rushes isn't going to cut it. Now you got a win yesterday, and I'm glad that it didn't bite the Browns in the butt. And I'm not saying either tonight, and many Browns fans aren't saying this either, that Kevin Stefanski is not doing a good job. I have been saying for weeks that Kevin Stefanski is doing a good job, but I'm just pointing out facts that eventually, when you have that discrepancy, it is going to bite you in the butt. So those of you out there who are on other podcasts and are doing other writing and like to chastise, and I mentioned this again on the podcast we had last night on our post game, you just need to shut up. So I hope maybe you are listening, and maybe you do shut up, because your opinions are yours, and a lot of Browns fans have ours. So let us have our opinion, and you have yours, but our opinions are downright right, because we've been Browns fans a lot longer and have watched this Browns team, and this Browns team is a running team. It is a passing league, but you've got to have an established run game. And keys to the success of this Browns season will rely on the rush. They have got to be able to establish that. They can't just go away from it completely. They have to keep the defenses and their opponent honest. And you're not going to do that as that number widens. That's something we'll continue to talk about this week. Obviously, it's a one of those bullet points that we all like to kind of argue about, which is good for the sport, good for the competition. Hey, the Browns did get the win. They held on for dear life. I wouldn't say dear life. It is funny the game lasted till 4:45, probably the longest regular season game of our lifetime. Each team had 74 plays. That's because both teams were throwing the ball over the field. Trevor Lawrence threw the ball 50 times. So, I should be, if I'm a fan of the Jaguars, I'm complaining about the fact that the discrepancy there too. You just can't win long-term in a league when they're just jacking the ball up all over the field. So we'll carry on. Hopefully next week now the Browns will be taking on those Chicago Bears. That's right. They're coming into town. Justin Fields, that core, they just got pulled off a big win against the Detroit Lions. We'll talk about that game in just a minute. Again, this is Victory Monday. Go Browns. We'll be right back. And we're back. How'd you like those commercials? Yeah? Very good. So if you follow us again here on the Fanatical Elves Network, we have a variety of shows that we produce. Steve Gill had his great Dog Pound South show earlier today. We have Sam down there in Texas. He's bringing his show, The Browns Breakdowns. He had a special that just hit this evening, so go ahead and download that, listen to his show. We've got What the Elf Was That with Joel K coming up tomorrow. Elliot doing his what do we call it? The Oracle Speaks shows. He should be kind of having one coming out. Had a few technical glitches on one earlier, so we'll get that out here probably tomorrow. We got the Browns Blitzes with Rod Bloom over there in Dayton and his brother Jeff. Awesome stuff. I'll have my Johnny Cleveland show later this week, and who knows, we might be doing another giveaway. So make sure that you're following us, reposting whatever we get out there. Again, we started this from scratch back in late March last year, or this past year, early April. Part of Fans First Sports Network. We love being part of that product. We have some great affiliates across the country. So we got the Bears coming into town on Sunday. Should be a really good game. Had a special guest. I'm going to see if I can get our NFL outdated guy that we've done shows with before for the Johnny Cleveland show. I'm going to reach out to him and see if we can get him on to talk about his favorite team, the Chicago Bears. But we'll have a lot more to talk as the week goes on. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed your Victory Monday today. Hey, guess what? Have a Victory Tuesday and a Wednesday and a Thursday and a Friday, man. Take it all the way to Sunday, right? Enjoy this week as a Browns fan. You're 8-5. We're going to run into Chicago, or we're running Chicago out of town after they come into Cleveland next Sunday. But until then, enjoy this week. Take care, everybody, and go Browns.